Ryan Serhant makes over $80 million a year just from his content alone, and today we're going to break down his entire content and branding strategy to show you how you can do the exact same thing and make a bunch more money. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Stefan van de Vlasiger. I am the co-founder here at Renurture AI, and today I'm going to show you how you can brand it like Serhant, okay, his famous claim to fame. And so we're going to go over his entire content strategy, dissect his content to show you, especially as realtors, how you can start to brand yourself this way so you can make more money. So let's dive right in. Let's dive head in and talk about Ryan's brand. Obviously, he's got 1.9 million followers, which is a ton. All right, and as we can see, we're gonna go through. Actually, I might as well share this with you, and then we're gonna go through the type of content he's posting and to kind of uncover some of the misconceptions in the space and some of the beliefs people have that are wrong, and show you how you can build your own brand just like Ryan Serhant so you can make a bunch of money. And for context, where I got the 80 million from is it's estimated that his company does 82 million a year. So that is the authenticity aspect I want to have here. So Ryan Serhant, let's look at his profile. Okay, we're going to overview 2 social platforms, and then get into the type of content you need to make and how you need to make it. So as we can tell, he's got a super solid profile, right? CEO of his company, host of his podcast, investor, and then he's got his call to action for what he wants you to do. So it's evident that Ryan wants you to get 85% off his Cyber Monday sale for his courses or programs. So that's evident. That's his call to action. Now, let's dive into the context. We're going to talk about how to brand. One of the biggest things you'll notice when you look at Ryan Serhant is he posts a lot of type of content. I mean, look at this. This is just a video.
You know the Kevin Bacon theory.
Sorry about that. So he posts a lot of different type of content, right? Like we can see here from all this type of stuff, he posts a lot of stuff, funny videos, informational videos, speaking videos, a lot of, house tours. I mean, look at this. Like, this is just something on the next level, right? There's a bunch of different stuff. People are like, whoa. People always misunderstand that brand doesn't have to be just posting your listings. Brand is you, right? If you look up the definition of brand, I would define it as somebody's perception of you. Like, your brand is somebody's perception of you. And so you wouldn't want people to think of just you as this guy who lists homes, because you are more than that. And if you think of Ryan Serhant, the 2 things you think of, well, I mean, there's multiple, but I think of him as a huge realtor in New York City. I think of him as a huge media guy, and I think of him as a leader in the real estate space. There's probably even more. If you thought of Ryan Serhant, you probably think of him for different things, but those are some of the biggest things that we think of him for. And so if you look through his content, you realize there's a bunch of different things he posts. And why? Well, he's building his brand. What is brand? It's somebody's perception of you. And he wants people to know, like, and trust him, right? His goal isn't to post content to be like, hey, look, I'm a realtor. People know he's a realtor, but he also wants people to know, like, and trust him. And so he does that by posting multiple different types of content. Now, I've done my due diligence and done a ton of research into Serhant, and here's some of the biggest takeaways I got that you can start using. So here's how to create a brand, like literally this is directly from Ryan Serhant's video. Number 1, the first thing you need to do is identify your core identity. Who are you and what? For example, you're a realtor and what? And you're a runner, and you're a musician, and you're a baker, and you're a mother. What else are you going to brand yourself as? You need to have multiple latch points for people to latch onto you. Don't just use realtor as your branding. People know you're a realtor. What else can they latch onto you for? How else can you connect with your audience and your potential clients that will make them know, like, and trust you more, to build that rapport, to really increase the chances of them getting into your SOI and becoming a repeat customer in the future? So, and what? For example, right? Mine could be, I'm the co-founder of Renurture. I'm the business owner, and I'm a runner, and I'm a YouTuber, and you know what I mean? There's so many things you could do, but it's like, what do you want to define yourself as? How do you want to brand yourself? So maybe you're passionate about cooking, but nobody knows that. Boom, there's your thing. You are a realtor and a baker. Boom, you start posting content on those 2 things. Now, the second thing is you need to consistently create and post content across all platforms. So obviously, we know social media has multiple different platforms, right? There's Facebook, there's TikTok, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there's LinkedIn. I mean, there's an abundance of places where you could post. The more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. The more places you go, the more people you can reach out to, the more an impact you can have, the more places you can give value and inspire, the more the merrier. So you want to be on as many platforms as possible. One of the biggest things I see realtors do wrong is posting on just one or two platforms. It's like you're missing out on like you've already made the content. It doesn't take additional effort to post it now. It's like you just got to post it. And there's so many more people you could reach out to on a different type of audience. For example, LinkedIn is way more business heavy, so you could get a lot of referrals that way, right? Like posting on LinkedIn can allow you to find better people to work with, can help you find builders if you want to, do that kind of real estate, can help you find different kind of gigs and whatnot. TikTok will help you get a lot of exposure, right? Facebook will have a lot of higher intent buyers and sellers, like a lot of people who are ready to go. Now, look, I'm not going to talk about what all the platforms do, but like you can see that different platforms have different tendencies of audiences, and you want to encapsulate on all of those. So that's number two. The third thing you want to do is shout it out, right? So you want to let people know. Like, don't just stay hidden. Don't be a secret agent. Like, start shouting it out. Start shouting out all your achievements. Like, if you were the top 1% realtor, let everybody know. Let everybody know that you are the best realtor at selling, one bedroom, one bathroom condos. Let everybody know that you are the best at selling or buying family homes. Let people know what you're the best at. Like, let people know that you are the best. You gotta have a bit of an ego here, right? Like, we can't all be sucky agents. There's somebody's got to be the best, right? Ryan Serhant. If I were to buy a place in New York City, I'd go to him. Why? Well, he's the best. Simple as that. And that's the way he perceives himself as. And so you got to be the best at what you are. Listen, I am the best at selling single family homes in the Vancouver area, in the Texas area. Like brand yourself as whatever you're the best at and shout it out to the masses. Stand on top of a mountaintop and start shouting out to people, right? Because brand is your perception, and you want people to associate you with high value. And you do that by shouting out all your accomplishments, right? Have that, you got to have that claim to fame. Be good at something. And so let's go over here, right? This is one of the amazing quotes I heard from one of Ryan Serhant's videos, and it was this. A lot of realtors think, oh, why would I post content about real estate, about the market, about this, about that? A lot of other people already do it. People listen to it all over the place. Well, there's a famous reporter, okay, a news reporter, right, what does he do? Well, he reports the news, and he said, listen, people can get the news all over the place. They can get it on social media, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on TV, on the radio station. They can get news all over the place. But the people don't watch the news. They want to watch the news from me, from my perspective. They want to hear my voice share the news. They don't see, here's the thing, is people don't care where they get it from. People can get it from a million different places. People can get these market updates, the insights from a million different places, but they want to hear it from you. And so give it to them. Start to make the content. Like, one of the biggest things that Ryan talks about is just start. Just start. Like, so many realtors are scared. They don't think they have the time, this, that. Just start. Just start. Post something. Next time you're at an open house, vlog yourself. Next time there's a new market update, make a little video. Next time you come across a cool story, share it. Next time you do something that you think would be cool to share or could provide value or build your brand, post it. Just do it. The biggest thing holding you back is you not wanting to do the thing. You being scared of doing it. And that never got anybody anywhere. And so let's dissect a bit of Ryan's brand and the type of content he posts to inspire you and what you could do as well. Because this is how you can build your SOI for $0 and make so many more deals in a year, get so many more deals from inbound people, from referral-like quality leads, because they already know, like, and trust you. See, the biggest thing about building our brand is people start to know, like, and trust us. What happens? They start to come to us when they want to deal. And that's when life starts to get good. And so that's why we want to build a brand. Alrighty? So, some of the content that Ryan posts, right? We covered it. There's a lot of stuff. He posts podcast clips. He posts clips of him giving value. He posts raw stories. He posts authentic videos of him sharing updates or news. He posts, well, let's watch.
One of the things I love the most about living at Quay Tower is that, yes, you have exclusive access into Brooklyn Bridge Park. Yes, the building is amazing. The finish is the
So we're not going to sit here and watch a bunch of Ryan Serhant for the next hour, but you get the point. It's like, that was a video for one of his listings to show one of the best things about it there. And on and on and on and on and on. Now, if you dive into his own content, you'll see that there's just a lot of different stuff, right? I mean, here, look at this.
How many people in your network would quit their job for you? Everyone's been watching the
Like, there, you can see that he's posting content that is like almost, it's like, whoa, what does that have to do about real estate? It's like very different. And it's like he ties into a story. He's building his brand. Let's go look at his YouTube. His YouTube, right? I mean, we could dive into this all day and watch a bunch of content together, but he just posts. He just posts videos. Like, the point is just doing it, right? How to grow your sphere of influence. Chewing a $50 million coastal compound in South Florida inside a $13 million New York City apartment. Like, he just starts posting videos. One of the best things you can do is just start to post. Post the content. People are like, about what? About anything. About anything. The point is that you just start. Right? You're not gonna, like, for example, one of the best examples I like to give is, let's say you play a sport. Let's say you play basketball. How would you know what drills you need to practice or what drills you need to do until you start playing? Because when you start playing is when you realize, oh, I suck at this, or I'm good at this, or people do that, so I should try this. But you won't know that until you start playing, until you start trying. So the point is just to get started, right? It doesn't, here's another quote for you all. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And so just start. It's so cliche, and that it is. But that's because it's like, it's the biggest thing. And you just should do it. You should start. And so if you want to break down how Ryan built his brand, well, I showed you here. But the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that I've got for building my own brand and for sharing with you guys how to build your brand is to just make content about who you are, what you do, and what. And something else, right? For example, if your thing is baking or running or hockey, do that thing as well. And what? And start to build a brand around who you are. And so some of the good content ideas that I can give to you so that you can perhaps, have a bit more guidance or inspiration is post videos, make videos giving value, sharing tips. Perhaps you have a cool first-time homebuyers program. Boom, there you go. Share that with people. Perhaps you just learned a loophole in how sellers can save some money when they sell, or when people can save money on closing costs or on staging fees or all these stuff. Give that value. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're providing value. But listen, it doesn't have to always be value. It can also be other things. For example, let's say if in instance you wanted to just share a market update, something cool happened. Share it. If you want to share a story of one of your clients or a story of how you got into real estate, right? At the end of the day, brand is people's perception of you, And so you can talk about yourself as well. Talk about how you became an agent, why you became an agent, cool stories you've learned being an agent, funny stories, weird stories. Like, there's so many things you can make endless content about. Some of the best content you can make is stories you could tell. How I did this, how I did that, how I learned this, how I did so, yada, yada, yada. Sharing how I context, it'll make people relate to you. Oh my goodness, that happened to me, or that's cool, or this, that. And it's like, wow, people start to really like you. And then you start to give value, and then they start to trust you. It's like, oh my goodness, you start to build this hamster wheel of people who just start coming in, and they just keep following and following and following and following. People start to really love you. And when they start to love you, know, like, and trust you, the second that they or anybody in the network needs somebody to help buy or sell a home, you are the first person that they'll come to. The first person. And so you want to stay top of mind. And the easiest way to do that is just by posting content. And so I could sit on here for the next hour and talk and dissect Ryan Serhant's content, but it really does neither of us any value. It does neither of us any good, because the point is you just got to post content. Like, just start posting. Just go. Post content about what? I just told you. Go and take inspiration from Ryan. Take inspiration. I'll show you one of my clients. Brandon Nava. All right? And okay, if it would load. Like, take inspiration from his content. It's just a lot of house tours, right? If you scroll down, there's a lot of house tour pictures. He does some house tours. He does some pictures. He does some listing videos. He does a lot of cool stuff. He does videos when he helps people close on a new home. So he does some welcome videos that provides a bit of status, etc., and on and on and on. There's so many things that you can build a brand about and make content about. The point is that you just start. Now listen, if you want help on how to build your brand and how to strategize this, give me a shout. I'm happy to help people out. Literally, like, book a call with me. I'm not gonna sell you some course or some whatever. I'll genuinely help you out. So if you're struggling to build your brand, let me know, and I'll be happy to kind of give you some inspiration or some guidance on how you can start to build your brand, to get those inbound leads, to build your SOI, to get more warm referral leads while you sleep, right? The point is, we don't want to have finite returns. We don't want things to be binary. We don't want to be like, oh, for every one cold call I can get one client. We want to have some sort of passive prospecting system that allows us to get clients even while we're sleeping, or even while we're in Mexico, or even while we're up in the air, right? It's like, it doesn't matter. We want to get clients at all times. This is one of the best ways to do this, by posting content, building your brand. So realtors, start building your brand, and have an amazing day. See you guys in the next video.